On 12 News this morning, we were seeing pictures of people clogging the roadways in Ukraine, bumper to bumper at times, trying to get out of the capital city. Today, we're also starting to feel the global impact as well. Let's check in with Kate Walsh. She's live in studio with those details. Kate?
Well, Danielle, I just met up with Senator Jack Reed this morning, who's the chairman of the Senate Armed Services Committee. He said he hasn't recently spoken to Ukrainian or Russian officials, but in his capacity gave insight into what we're looking at with this conflict. Now, many Americans remember a time living in the Cold War just 30 years ago in which there was a concern over how Russia might act and the balance of powers in the world. But I asked Senator Reed how this compares, since we're seeing actual fighting here. And he said this isn't the first time we've seen fighting between Russia and one of its neighboring countries, but he said this one should be taken seriously. Senator Reed said Putin has made it clear he wants to take back Soviet countries and isn't observing the rules that both sides observed during the Cold War, saying the time to act is now.
I don't think he'll stop with the Ukraine.
So do you think sanctions are enough?
Well, sanctions are the first and best way to proceed. They will take time. They will impose cost on the Russians, but they'll also impose cost on the world economy. But the danger you want to avoid is the danger of escalation.
Senator Reed said sometimes violence can escalate deliberately or accidentally, but that could lead to fighting expanding beyond Ukraine. But he reiterated that right now there's no plan for U.S. military action. The focus is on sanctions. Live in the studio, I'm Kate Walsh, 12 News.
Thank you, Kate. We are expecting President Biden to speak sometime following this newscast. Around 12:30 or so is what we're hearing. Stay with 12 News for updates on the Ukraine crisis throughout the day. You can always find the latest on our news tab at WPRI.com.